Sensory processing. Understanding sensory processing challenges in autism. What is sensory processing? Sensory processing refers to how individuals perceive, interpret, and respond to sensory input from their environment. Differences in sensory processing are common in autistic individuals, and they can significantly impact various aspects of daily life, including social interactions, learning, behavior, and emotional regulation. Sensory systems and the human body. Sensory processing, a complex and vital function, relies on 8 distinct sensory systems within the human body. These systems include taste, vision, hearing, touch, and smell, as well as interoception, which monitors internal bodily sensations, including hunger, thirst, heartbeat, breathing, and emotional states. Proprioception, which senses the position, movement, and orientation of the body in space. And vestibular, which provides information about balance, spatial orientation, and movement. Each of these systems plays a crucial role in our daily lives, allowing us to perceive and engage with our surroundings, comprehend external stimuli and internal bodily states, and enable us to interpret and react to sensory input effectively. Autistic individuals often experience disruptions or deficiencies in their sensory systems, which can lead to difficulties in sensory processing, negatively impacting various aspects of their functioning and overall well-being. A deeper look. Sensory processing encompasses various components that collectively shape how individuals perceive, interpret, and respond to sensory information. These components are integral for organizing and comprehending sensory input from the environment and include sensory discrimination. Sensory discrimination is the ability to discern between different sensory stimuli and detect subtle differences in texture, temperature, pitch, or flavor. It enables us to distinguish between the roughness of sandpaper, the smoothness of silk, the sweetness of sugar, and the bitterness of coffee. Sensory-based emotional regulation. Sensory-based emotional regulation plays a vital role in our well-being. It regulates our emotional responses and maintains our emotional equilibrium by utilizing the sensory input we receive. Sensory integration. Sensory integration is the brain's remarkable capability to simultaneously combine and process information from multiple sensory modalities. It allows us to form a cohesive perception of our environment by synthesizing input from sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Sensory-based learning. Sensory-based learning is critical to acquiring new information and skills. Incorporating sensory experiences into learning activities can enhance comprehension, memory, and retention, fostering a deeper understanding of the world around us. Sensory modulation. Sensory modulation refers to the brain's remarkable ability to regulate sensory responses' intensity, frequency, and duration. Acting as a filter, it sorts through incoming sensory input to weed out irrelevant information, while appropriately responding to relevant stimuli. Sensory-based motor skills. Sensory-based motor skills involve integrating sensory input with motor responses, allowing us to coordinate movements based on sensory cues. It enables us to reach for objects, maintain balance, and precisely navigate our surroundings. Sensory registration. Sensory registration involves the initial detection of sensory stimuli by our sensory organs, including our eyes, ears, and skin. It's the process that allows us to notice and identify sensory information from our environment, laying the foundation for further processing. And sensory-based social interaction. Sensory-based social interaction involves using sensory cues to navigate social interactions and understand social cues. From interpreting nonverbal communication to responding appropriately in social contexts, our sensory processing abilities shape our interactions with others. The intricate interplay of these sensory processing components forms the foundation of our experience in the world, enabling adaptive responses to sensory stimuli and supporting overall daily functioning. From detecting sensory stimuli to interacting with others, sensory processing influences every aspect of our lives. Differences or challenges in any of these components can impact an individual's sensory processing abilities, potentially leading to sensory processing difficulties, such as sensory sensitivities or sensory-seeking behaviors. Sensitivity. Two distinct experiences. Hypersensitivity and hyposensitivity are two terms used to describe atypical responses to sensory stimuli in autistic individuals. Both conditions present distinct challenges for autistics, affecting their capacity to engage with and adapt to their environment efficiently. Hypersensitivity, a condition where individuals have an exaggerated or heightened response to sensory stimuli, is a crucial aspect of sensory processing in autism. Hypersensitive individuals may perceive sensory input more intensely than others. For example, certain sounds, lights, textures, tastes, or smells may evoke adverse reactions or discomfort, leading to overwhelming sensory overload and emotional distress. Hypersensitivity can significantly affect an individual's daily life, impacting social interactions, learning, behavior, and emotional regulation. Individuals with hypersensitivity often experience heightened anxiety or discomfort when exposed to sensory stimuli, which may lead to avoidance or distress in everyday situations. For example, those sensitive to sounds may find everyday noises, such as sirens, alarms, or loud conversations, overwhelming and distressing, further complicating their ability to participate in routine activities. This heightened sensitivity can make routine environments unbearable, creating additional barriers to functioning and engagement in social and educational contexts. Hyposensitivity refers to a reduced or diminished response to sensory input. It affects daily functioning by altering how sensory input is processed, potentially leading to behavioral adaptations to compensate for the reduced sensitivity. Hyposensitive individuals may experience a decreased awareness of sensations compared to others, often requiring more intense or prolonged sensory stimuli to register or respond to their environment. They will actively seek stronger sensory experiences, including loud sounds, rough textures, or bright lights, to feel adequately stimulated. Hyposensitivity can affect multiple sensory systems in autistic individuals. For instance, some may exhibit a higher pain threshold and not react to injuries or discomfort in typical ways. Others may actively seek intense sensory experiences, like spinning or jumping, to meet their sensory needs. Importantly, reduced sensitivity to sensory input can pose safety concerns, as individuals may not accurately perceive pain or discomfort, increasing the risk of injury. Additionally, their pursuit of intense sensory stimulation can lead to behaviors that may be challenging in specific environments, underscoring the importance of careful observation and support to ensure their well-being. Common sensory processing challenges. At a glance. Common sensory processing challenges. Multiple impacts. Sensory processing challenges in autistic individuals can present in various forms, significantly impacting their daily experiences and interactions, including avoidance of certain sensory experiences. To reduce sensory overload, autistic individuals may actively avoid specific sensory inputs that they find overwhelming or uncomfortable as a coping mechanism, including certain sounds, textures, or environments that provoke distress, such as loud environments or strong smells. Challenges with sensory integration. Sensory integration involves processing multiple types of sensory input simultaneously. Autistic individuals often have difficulties in this area, making it hard to organize and respond to sensory stimuli from different senses, such as touch, sight, and sound, in a coordinated way. Difficulty filtering background noise. Many autistic individuals are susceptible to background noise and may struggle to focus on important sounds, such as conversations, while tuning out irrelevant noises like the hum of air conditioners or traffic. Difficulty understanding body position in space. Autistic individuals may experience challenges understanding where their body is in relation to their surroundings, leading to awkward movements, problems with tasks requiring spatial awareness, and bumping into objects. Hypersensitivity to lights and visual stimuli. Bright lights, flickering screens, or specific visual patterns can be overwhelming for autistic individuals with hypersensitivity, causing discomfort or anxiety. Hypersensitivity to noise. Loud or unexpected noises, such as sirens or alarms, can be highly distressing for individuals with auditory hypersensitivity. Even everyday sounds, like people talking or appliances running, may feel unbearable. Hypersensitivity to smells. Strong or pungent smells can trigger discomfort or avoidance in those hypersensitive to olfactory stimuli, making it challenging to be in specific environments like kitchens or crowded spaces. Hypersensitivity to taste. Autistic individuals may exhibit strong food preferences or aversions due to heightened sensitivity to flavors, which can impact their dietary habits and nutrition. Hypersensitivity to touch. Physical contact, even light touches or textures of clothing, can feel uncomfortable or painful to those with tactile hypersensitivity, leading to avoidance of touch or specific fabrics. Hyposensitivity to pain. Some autistic individuals may have a reduced response to pain, which can lead to injury or delayed recognition of physical harm, as they may not react to discomfort in the same way others do. Overwhelmed by crowds. Being in crowded or busy environments can cause sensory overload for autistic individuals, leading to heightened anxiety or the need to withdraw from the situation to regain calm. Problems with body awareness. Many autistic individuals struggle with proprioception, the sense of where their body is in space, making it challenging to navigate through environments or gauge their body movements, leading to clumsiness or poor coordination. Sensory meltdowns. When sensory input becomes overwhelming, it can lead to a meltdown, an intense reaction to overload. This behavior may include crying, aggression, or withdrawal to cope with the overwhelming sensory experience. Sensory-seeking behavior. Some autistic individuals engage in behaviors to seek more sensory input, such as spinning, jumping, or touching objects repeatedly to help them regulate their sensory needs and provide the stimulation they find comforting or enjoyable. Vestibular challenges. The vestibular system controls balance and spatial orientation. Autistic individuals with vestibular challenges may have trouble with activities requiring balance or movement, such as climbing stairs, running, or standing still without swaying. As an ally, it's essential to recognize that sensory processing struggles can significantly impact an individual's daily life and vary widely in intensity and presentation. Occupational therapy and sensory integration techniques help autistic individuals develop coping strategies and regulate their sensory experiences. Creating sensory-friendly environments and providing sensory breaks can also benefit individuals with sensory processing challenges.